Bonjour, Wani.
Hello, Henri.
Today you will explain to the readers of that video how to be in Paris for an American.
Well, I had to learn a lot of the unspoken rules.
Yes.
When you're sitting to have something to eat,
That's the first point.
eat slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Because the French consider it a pleasure,
Yes.
so you enjoy your food. You do not rush through it.
Mm-hmm.
Just this week, I had an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped for lunch before the appointment.
Yes.
I ate very quickly
Yes.
and asked for the check before I was finished.
What a mistake.
It was a terrible mistake. The waitress yelled at me, said I should sit there and digest my food, that I ate too fast, and she would not give me the check until I had the proper amount of time at the table.
She was very, very clever.
Yes, and I go back to the same restaurant because I like her. She was correct.
So, when you are invited to someone's house, what do you bring something?
Oh, yes, you bring flowers or a little food, a little special food. You never walk into a house empty-handed,
Yeah.
especially if it's the first time.
Yeah, but the gift must be not too must be small.
Yes, small and sweet, as we would say in the U.S.
Okay. And what about the glass when you drink
When you drink
In-
and toast
in Paris?
in Paris, make sure when you're toasting, when you hold the glass, you look directly into the eyes of your host
Yes.
and all the other people who were there.
And smile.
And smile. So it is eye contact. Also, when you are shaking hands and saying goodbye.
And what about when you have to refill your glass?
In France, it's the opposite of the United States. Your glass must be empty before the host or hostess will ask you
Yeah.
if you'd like another glass.
And you don't fill a full glass
Ah,
in Paris. And when you are in a restaurant and if you don't finish your plate, what do you do?
you never ask for a doggy bag. That is completely forbidden. It's foreign to the French.
Nobody knows what it is in Paris.
They do think you have a dog if you ask for a doggy bag, and usually the dog will be with you, so there's no necessity to ask for a doggy bag. If you have food left over on your plate in France, you have ordered too much.
And so you let it.
You leave it.
You leave it, yes. And it's the same for the wine. If the bottle is not empty, you let it. So what about the soda and Coke and Pepsi and so on?
Oh, that's a completely American trait. A French person would never order Coke, a soda, Orangina with their meal. The acceptable order is wine or water, period.
Yeah. Sometimes beer too.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, I don't like beer, so I would never order that.
And at the end of when you are invited, what have you to do to the hostess?
You must compliment the host or the hostess on anything, the home, the table, the food,
The decoration.
anything. You must be a gracious guest. Manners are very important. Always, please and thank you.
Yes. And you have to give back the invitation later.
Oh, yes. Well, that's the same in the U.S.
Yes.
A reciprocation, a reciprocal invitation.
Okay. So if we follow what you said, we will be very comfortable in Paris.
Yes, and comfortable in New York. When the Parisians come to New York, you'll know the differences.
Okay. Thank you very much, Wani.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Au revoir.